Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber, and today is World Autism Awareness Day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm happy you're here. So we are going to be honoring and celebrating, in particular, my son, but all of those that have been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. So I have my little ribbon here. I don't use this in any craft projects. It just sits on my wall. I'm wearing my little mom autism bracelet today. I have my blue on. Today is lighted up blue as well for Autism Speaks. That's just the color they use. I'm associated with the puzzle piece. I know there's lots of different things going on, and it seems to continually evolve and change as the years go by. But anyways, autism spectrum disorder is a neurological and developmental disorder that affects how people interact with others, they communicate, learn, and behave. That is the definition from the National Institution of Mental Health as of 2025. Wanted to make sure I got that correct before I spouted off onto my project here. I want to honor my son. His name is Lincoln. He is 12 years old, and we found out officially when he was 4 that he was diagnosed with autism. And so autism looks different for everybody and every family and every person. It is a wide range of spectrum. It's huge. There's a massive amount. It affects boys and girls. It doesn't matter your nationality. It's genetic. It is not caused from shots or food or anything else like that. You were born with it. You have it for life. It does not go away. It's not curable. All right. Now, the one thing that I will say about it is I don't like to call it a disorder. I don't like to call it a disability. I know some people are okay with that, and that's all right for them. My son, I just call him Lincoln. That's his name. But as far as what I wanted to do, I want to honor him. So I've got my blue. I'm going to use a Project Life card. I've used some blue food coloring, and I stuck it in some water, and I dyed a couple of different things. So I got some tissues. I just kind of threw some stuff in there. A couple of book pages, and then I got envelopes, some dictionary page, book page, and then I've got my coffee dyed paper here. And then I thought, well, maybe I want a blue piece of paper. Blue isn't really my color theme. So what I want to do is this page here and my treasure journal. I want to honor my boy. And I'm not fond of these babies here. And so I'm going to cover this whole page. And then on the back side, it has all these wonderful lines that I can journal about my boy. So now I'm thinking I want to just do full on blue background, right? Let's get her covered. Let's get her covered up. But yeah, my son is wonderful. He's amazing. He's so smart. And we have other family members in our family that the children have autism. We have a couple of cousins, a boy and a girl. So like I said, it isn't just boys. And I did see, I don't know how accurate, I didn't follow up on this quote here, so don't get me wrong, but just yesterday I'm a part of a autism group on Facebook. I saw somebody post something on there. I don't usually speak about this on my channel or, political or anything, but somebody posted something on there about Donald Trump. And it's 1 in every 32 children now are diagnosed with autism. And so it's just a wide range. At one point there was Asperger's was associated with it. I mean, it's a whole thing. So if you don't know, go get educated. I'm probably not doing a very proper job at this. It's just something that's very common in my house. And I don't talk about it. So, yeah, but we celebrate autism here every day in my house. My son does have a lot of awesome things going for him. He is in 6th grade. So next year will be his first year in, middle school. So where we live, they go kindergarten through 6th grade, and then it goes 7th and 8th grade, and then after that he'll be in high school, which is crazy to think about. And yeah, just time flies. He's doing amazing. He is awesome in school. He's up to par. He's great at math, super quick. You can ask him any addition or subtraction and he will just full on answer you within a few seconds. I mean, his mind is amazing. He has a superb memory, a recall of facts. I mean, if I were to ask him just straight away, he's not here, he's at school. But if I were to ask him straight away, what year was Pac-Man made, he could just blurt it off, 1983 or whatever the number is. He loves his video games, super big on Pac-Man, Mario, and Sonic. Galaga. He likes the old stuff. So I just turned that into a great big giant pocket here because I'm not sure what I want to do, but I know that I want to have the ability to craft something fun there. Now, what shall we do? I'm thinking I definitely want some fun texture, and I like this blue here, but I think I'll go maybe, I don't want to make it too girly either. That's why I like these florals are kind of in the background. Just kind of wanting the blue envelope, which is now sealed itself, so I don't know if I can open this back up. I like the crinkle of it. Okay. This one's a little bit big. Let me just take a quick peek here off camera. Ooh, it's actually perfect. I have my son's school picture, so I'm going to show it to you here in just a second. We're going to pop him in here. And so I'm going to cut this down to fit in here, and I'm going to make it be a flip. Oh, look, like right where I ripped it. Haha, that's great. Yeah, so I'm just really excited. I'm really excited to be here to craft today, to hang out with you guys, and just make something totally from my whole heart. My boy has my heart. For sure, for sure, for sure. And I can't say enough good things about him. So we're going to go ahead and just collage on the front of here. I'm not too concerned with the inside of this. And then I'll glue this shut, probably. Okay, so let's get to using up some book page, and maybe even this, maybe this one, because this one's kind of cool because it was like a pinkish, oh gosh, napkin, I guess, because it's got some pinks and greens in there, and this one's got a couple of blorps of red. Now, funny enough, my son's favorite color is red. He has a red coat, he has a red hat, he has red shoes, like he loves red. So it's funny that I'm using a blue, but that's the national, like that's the color recognition of autism is blue. Oh gosh, let me make sure this isn't too fat for my page. Yep. So once I tuck this into this little space here, just get all excited about crafting, and then I forget to check my measurements. So I'm going to trim this edge down a little bit as well, because I want to be able to easily flip it open. All right, so got plenty of fun drawing on that side. So let's just cut this open here. Let's go, right about that 5-inch mark, I think will be great. Woohoo! Scraps. Love us some scraps, don't we? Okay, Mr. Glue Stick. Hold on, let me grab my glue stick. I've got two here because one's almost out. I think this is the one that's almost gone. Okay, let's just get to gluing. And yeah, I'm just really, I'm going to use this one because it says a big giant L there. Didn't even do that on purpose. I just ripped these book pages out yesterday. I threw them in some water and blue paper and let them dry all night long. I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but life just got busy. As always, doesn't it? Doesn't it always just get busy? Yeah. It could slow down at any point. I mean. Now I realize I'm going to be covering on this, but my window here is speckled. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It is speckled. It is a little bit more blue in person. And I realize I'm going to be covering this up. But I'm okay with that because I'm going to see all this beautiful blue on this side. And yeah, I'm all right with that. So we're not going to use this one, so let's get that out of the way. Let's use some dictionary. Perspectively, we could use this little man here because, like, President Lincoln, that's not President Lincoln. That's a man wearing the fake hair. But I just think that's cool. So I'm going to try to get some of that in there because that's what I think of. Love, 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 love. I have a whole book on Abraham Lincoln. Wonderful president. Wonderful president. And then I'm just going to rip this edge. I don't want all that extra white there. Wonderful. We're going to glue that. I'm thinking I'm going to put it down here because I'm going to have Lincoln's school picture right here front and center. And I don't want the two heads competing. I'm going to show you his picture here at the end. I think that's going to be the best part. Whoop. Anyways, yeah, so there's also a lovely lady here on YouTube. I'm sure there's many, many more. There's like painters and My husband found I just opened up both glue sticks. It's funny. A man, I don't know his name, but we watch his videos on Facebook, and he listens to a song. He has autism. He listens to a song played, and he's blind too, and he plays it himself on the piano after he's heard it from memory, like perfect, for the first time ever. Never heard it before in his life, and then he can play it perfect the first time ever on the piano, and like he adjusts it to like be for add a little bit of pizzazz to it, so he changes it a little bit to be his own. I just think it's just so cool how every person that I've watched and support and come across is different and unique in their own way, and they're all amazing. They all have great skills, and I just think it's so cool. There's when my son goes for, I really like this bit of blue here. When my son goes for his therapy, there's a little girl there. I won't say her name or anything on camera, but and she's amazing. She's an artist, and she does sketching, and she wants to grow up, and her dream is to be a animation type of in the field of doing anime. Specifically, she really likes Pokemon. But yeah, I just think that's so cool, like how they all have different like skills and interests, and they're great at it. Now I got to do a quick check because I want to make sure that I'm not covering up his face, because this window's a little bit bigger than his school picture. It's a little bit bigger than that. So I'm just using the 3x5 version of it. But yeah, just so fun. And there's a lady also I watch on YouTube, and it's her and her mom. They do a crafting at Spectrum Arts. I'm terrible with names, guys. But yeah, I always link their videos, or their channel down below, and you can buy craft supplies from them, and it supports her. I believe her name is Maddie. Yeah, it's so fun. So fun to watch other people. It's talked about. It's something that we're bringing awareness to, that there is this going on in our children, and then as they grow up, what happens is their services get taken away, their supports get taken away, and so there's nothing in place, or very little in place rather, at least where I live here in the US, for when they become adults. You know what, maybe I'll leave that and put something just across the top here. Yeah, I think I'll just put something across the top. Maybe, let's see, do I happen to have, I doubt it. Let's see, do I happen to have any blue washi tape? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to have any specific blue. So, let's use, let me grab my scrap bag here. Hold on. This is my big, giant, massive scrap bag that I need to go through, and I saw this peeking out down here in the corner, and I thought, perfect, we'll use that. Yeah, I gotta use the scraps, and it's kind of too big, but I want the edge crinkled and wrinkled. I want it ripped edge, which is so funny to me, because when I first started this craft, it was like, what? Why would you want to rip your edge? And this one I'm just going to glue on here. Oh gosh, now I've plugged up my art glitter glue. But yeah, I'm so excited. I didn't really do what I thought I was going to do. I'm just kind of winging this. I didn't really have a plan in mind as far as what I wanted to create for today. So I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Hope you're enjoying the process. We're just collaging over an envelope, making a little pocket page, and then I'm going to do the doily on the main part of the page as my focal point. Let me flip this open. Oh, that's so fun. Love it. Okay. Now, gosh, do I want to put something in here so when I take out his photo, there's blue in there? Is that what I want to do? Do we want to do that? Shall we do that? Some blue back in there? Why not? Why not? Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of this, because what's really cool is it's blue, and it will just kind of, give it aspen leaves flutter and greenery and da-da-da-da-da. So I'm just going to glue that down. Just to kind of, and it'll make my page a little bit more sturdy and whatnot. But I specifically chose this book page because on the very top of it, it says right here, the Forest Year. And that is my son's middle name. So he's named after his grandpa, and his grandpa's name is Forrest. And it's spelt that way with one R. So I thought that was a really cool little special piece just for my boy. I love it. And I think crafting from the heart just really gets you inspired. And I'm just feeling it today. I am in the zone. Look, closing their wings and breeze and 2,000 years ago. And I just think it's really fun to have that kind of sitting there like that. So I'm going to glue this bottom shut now. Now would be a great time to take it to the sewing machine. I've got yellow in there. I don't want to mess with it because I've got something special planned here for the bottom that I want to share with you guys. I've got some stickers off to the side as well from this Grateful Thankful pack that are blue that are I'm never going to use these. Yes, I am. I'm going to spell his name out. So they're blue and gold. Let's just see here. L-I-N-C-O-L-N. Perfect. I have enough to spell his name out. All right. Let's go ahead and glue our flap on here. Maybe not. Maybe what I should do is find out what I'm going to attach. Oh, look at how fun that is. That is super fun. And then this is still a pocket here where I can still tuck in something. This is a pretty robust page here. Let's go ahead and add my boy. You ready for the feature? The main feature of this whole video? Here we go. Ta-da! And this is his 5th grade picture. His picture this year, he's wearing a red shirt and he wanted to wear red, so I let him. But that's him. Look at how happy he is. And just even the fact that he took a school picture is amazing because a couple years ago, you couldn't even get the boy to sit in front of a camera to take a picture because the lights are so bright, right? And there's a lot going on. Look how happy he is. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I want to put him in here. So I'm going to attach him to something. But once he's inside this pocket, look at that. Oh, it's just so precious. I love it. All right, so I'm thinking, why not just use this? I guess I don't need all that. Why don't we just use this bluish dyed on this side? Because I'd like to save this maybe for the other page over here on this side so it's not white. Just so they kind of go together. And I chose this spot because in the journal here I've got kind of bluish teal butterfly, so it kind of just goes together. But anyways, let's just see here. So I'm going to want this to be smaller than my thing here. I'm not going to end up gluing that shut. I don't want it to get hinged up. So let's go about right there. I'd rather it be smaller and go in and out than too big. Okay. And then now up and down wise, I'm going to pull it down. And I think I'll put it in like this. How about right there? Something like that. Okay. Now we are going to do a quick check. Make sure this goes in and out. Yes, it does. In and out just fine. And just because this is like so flippy floppy, and I want him on there, maybe I will sew it. Maybe I will do some sewing. Then I wouldn't be able to... Let me see here. Let me see here. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to frame this. So I'm going to grab my blue. I know, it's a lot of blue, guys. We're going all in today. I'm going to go dark blue. I see some dark blue right here. Nope, don't like it. I thought I would like dark blue. I don't want this crazy blue. No. There is another blue in here that I like. It's kind of like a cloudish blue. I can see a piece of it. Oof, no. This is the blue that I want. Kind of more bluey, but I don't know if I'm going to find any. These are all scrippy scraps. This is kind of more of a purplish blue. I'll find it. All right, let's go with this one. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one just because that's what I got. I'm gonna glue them on there and then I'm gonna cut it out the best I can around it, just to give it a little bit more energy, right? A little bit more, draw your eye inward. It takes up a little bit more space, and yeah, it looks good. Oh, this video is quite long. That's okay. That's all right. We're having fun. We're in the zone. I'm almost done. I'm gonna add this to my homemade copy date page. I have a fun mess on my desk. Let me tell you what. I am so excited. All right. There we go. You know what I want? You know what I want? I know what I want. I know what I want. I want some stamping. I want some fun blue stamping. So I'm going to use this Salty Ocean, which is great. Got the forest and the ocean. We got all kinds of fun things going on. And I'm going to grab... I'm going to stand up for a second here. I'm going to grab this great big giant splotchy whatever this is. And I'm just going to smash it on here. Because I just want some more interest in the background here. And I know you're not going to see a lot of it, but I think it'll add enough to it. And now where's my envelope? Here we go. I want them to be matchy-matchy, right? So I'm just going to... You're not going to see the inside of that. Just for a little more color variation, a little more interest. Okay. I feel good about that. All right. Here we go. Where's he go? Here he is. Let's glue him down. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yay! Today we're going to have Lincoln's favorites, just as another way to honor him. And so we are going to be having, he had his favorite yesterday. He had pizza. That's his, that's his number one favorite. But I'm going to make French fries. He loves his French fries. I don't know what kid don't love French fries, but mine especially gets excited when he gets to eat French fries. And soda. Those are two things that he loves that he doesn't get a whole lot of. He does get French fries pretty much every week, but not on a Wednesday. Not on a Wednesday. He usually gets them on Thursdays. Okay. Now, my envelope. I feel like we can glue this down to the page. And then we're going to be able to pop him in this pocket. I was thinking I might round the corners just to make it go in and out of there a little better. Oh, my. Okay. It's all crinkly and wrinkly. Look at that. So fun. Oh, look how cute. I love it. Okay, let's glue this down. And the big finale, you guys. I mean, now that we've already seen him and how handsome he is. He's handsome. He knows he's handsome. I tell him he's handsome every day. Because he is. Always, always, always line it up. That's one thing about art glitter glue is you got like one shot at it. Because as soon as you lay that glue on there, it's down. It's done. It's forever permanent. Right? Okay. Look at that. That is wonderful. I'm loving it. And I kind of like these rough edges hanging down here. And I could put his name here. I could with these stickers. And they are small circles. We could give it a go. Let's just go for it. I don't know how this is going to look. So I'm going to use this little trick here. I'm going to line these, not on this ruler, on this straight edge. And I'm going to put the stickers on here so I can see if they're going to fit before I actually start sticking them down. And this is something that I learned from my scrapbooking days. L.I. Let's make sure we spell his name right. That would be terrible, right? N. C. We have a snowy day today. It is snowing again. We got like our 3 inches and now it's going to keep going, I guess. We're going to get more than that. So, we are inside. I am inside today. Till I got to go pick him up. My little handsome fella. L-A-N-C-O. Thanks, guys, for watching me struggle bus it through here. Man, this is... I just want it to be nice, you know. I want it to be lined up. I want it to be not professional looking, but like I put time and effort into it, right? L-A-N-C-O-L-N. Here we go, my boy. It's my boy right there. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. That's amazing. Hey, little buddy. Okay, so I'm going to pull this in up down here in the bottom. So what you do is you stick the sticky side down, and then you can just pull your ruler out. Bam! Just like that. And that's not perfect. It's kind of like Wiggly Goosey. He does play a game called Slither.io. It's kind of like a snake. Kind of has that same, you know, that same thing going on. Oh, this is so fun. I'm loving it. Okay, now let me find the doily. And my Project Laugh card. Because I want that in the center of the doily. Right here, so I can, it says My Life on that side, but I think this is going to look great. Fantastic here on the page. And I might have to trim this down a little bit. Gosh, sorry guys. Yeah, I gotta trim it down a tiny little bit, and since that's no fun, maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just smash it. Let me just get it on there and smash it, because I can maybe wrap it around. Okay, so let's glue this down first, which I'm going to lose all that cool design there in the middle, but, you know, you got to be able to have some journaling space, so fun ways to use some pretty common supplies, doily, junk mail envelopes, scrapbook paper, yeah, pretty darn cool project. And I guess I'll put it this way. I'm going to center-ish this. I'm going to pull it over here, right to the edge. I'm going to have super gluey fingers today. Yes, I am. And that's okay. I'll just wash them off. And then this one I'll just tuck down in there. Ooh, so fun. Add a little bit more glue here and there. Kind of make it stay down. Okay. Now this I'm going to put here. I'm just going to full on glue this down. I'm not going to turn that into a pocket. We got enough pocket stuff going on here. You could if you wanted. Day in the life of Lincoln. Oh, this is so fun. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is so cool. And then it's got a pocket. Okay, last and final thing is... I was going to cover this with this paper, but I also wanted to do the forest year. So definitely want that on there at the top. And then, okay, so let me show you my favorite thing that I just did. Never done this before in my life, and look what I did. I embroidered a heart with an L on there in blue embroidery floss for my little fella. Isn't that cute? And I just wanted to put this on the pocket. So I'm going to cut this out. Yep, in my lap, all crazy. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Got the sneezies out. Okay, got that out. This is just on some napkin. I just liked that it was cream. And I'm going to run over here real quick. Grab my fun little cutters here. And I purposely made this be like a stitch type of heart. Or at least attempt to make it look like that. Because I didn't want to full on fill it in. Because I wasn't sure if I could do that or what it would look like. So... I did this stitch effect, and I think it turned out really cute. I need to go a little bit more. I'm afraid I'm going to nick the end of that heart there. Oh my gosh. Look at how fun that is. Super fun. Yeah, I'm challenging myself here. This year is a year of growth and focus and just wonderful, wonderful memories. And I know that's not straight, but that's the whole point, right? Journaling, but... we're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can with what we got. And it's just all haphazard, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. So I wanted to have something like this. Maybe we just have that on the page itself. Let's glue this down. I'm going to rip off this white edge here, and then I'm going to rip there, as I was going to say, and hopefully it's not too small, and it's not. I have to rip off more of this edge here. So I've got to have it go right there somewhere. And I always rip the small piece off. It just works better. And we're going to glue this down on the right side. I'm looking for my glue book here. Here we go. Yay! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm going to link Maddie's video down, or Spectrum Arts. And yeah, I just hope that you guys have a great day. Hope you celebrate blue, light it up blue, Autism National, not nation, not national, world. I would say it wrong. World Autism Day. Not just in the US, the world. Whole entire world. So amazing. And there's different, it's like, there's a little bit of everything for somebody. I read a book on autism from my library last month, well, I guess it was 2 months ago now, February. And it was written by Paige. I don't know her last name, I don't remember. But yeah, and she's a girl, and she wrote about her own personal experiences. And so that was a really moving book for me as a mom to like hear the words come from her, which is so cool that she could like, you know, articulate her thoughts and her feelings and her experience from her perspective. Super great. So yeah, I'm just thankful that there are resources out there, and there are programs and, you know, supports for people, for parents, for the people themselves, the children, the adults. Yeah, it's just amazing, you guys. It's just amazing. Guess I'm gonna full on collage this page. Guess that's what we're doing. But I want this. I want this to be here in the middle. And then, so I just need a little bit more here. And let's do, I got these great things. I'm just afraid it's gonna rip. It's gonna rip. I don't want it to. Let's see here. Scotch game. Oh, well, not Scotch, but that's all right. I just like the coloring of that. I'm going to put it this way because it's got my straight edges. I don't have to work as hard. And then I just need a little piece here. All right. It's all fun and games. All fun and games. Glue book. Yep. Here we go. And I'm choosing 64, which is so funny. I just find it amazing how God is like just in everything. 64 is wonderful. Because that was my old house number when I grew up when I lived with my parents. That was our house number. It was number 64. So that's always something that is caught my eye and been on my, you know, radar, but I didn't purposely go and seek out that number. It's just funny. Oh, and I did do the forester. That I did do on purpose. A little bit down here. What do we want in this corner? What do we want over here? We want some dictionary page because I got it just sitting here. And that one says something I do not know. And presetta, pesky. No, we'll just do a little bit where we don't see the full dictionary page. Ended up doing a 2-page spread again. Wasn't in my plan to do this page at all by any means. I just thought I would collage and then, you know, stick some papers down. And I wasn't sure, sorry for the sniffle, wasn't sure how I was going to incorporate the envelope. And then I did this morning. Gosh, I'm having a hard time. I don't know if I want to glue that down. Oh, that looks so fun. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that great? It's not like I can't make another one, you know, but it took me a long time to do that. Let me see here. I know I said I wouldn't make it very girl-ish. No, we can't add flowers. We can't add flowers. I feel like I don't want to just glue that down. I don't want to just glue that on there. I'm going to. Just going to do it. Just going to do it. Just going to do it. I was thinking I wanted to, oh, I can't open my fabric tag. Again, frame it so there was a little bit more of a, yeah, I quite like that. Let's do that. Let's just, these are my postal scissors. Why not do a fun edge on that? Let's just add a little fun edge on this one. I just want it to stand out a little more. I feel like there's a lot of this book page and, yeah. And I think it'll stick better. Okay, something like this. Something like this. I'm going to pull this up a little bit more. God, that's fun. Golly, that's fun. It's fun. It's fun crafting. Okay. A little bit more off of there. Alright, now, I gotta pause this so I can open up my glue. Okay, that just took a quick second. I'm actually gonna glue this instead of the paper, or I mean the fabric. There's enough in here. There's gotta be enough in here. Ooh, this would be a great place to add sewing, but we've got the hand embroidery. I think that's wonderful. And it's gonna have some blotchiness because I laid her down pretty thick on there so that when that actually does dry, ooh, I can make this a pocket. Ooh, see, I'm so glad I didn't just glue that down. Now I can put this here and I can have a little pocket here. Oh my gosh, how wonderful. Ooh, I like that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. My boy doesn't play chess, but I kind of like the picture of it. But anyway, I like the coloring here. I'm trying not to cover it up, and there's a lot of this book page. And I don't particularly want these two competing for space on the page, and so it really does need to come down to the bottom. But when I tuck something in here, we're going to cover up some of that. So I'm going to put it towards the bottom, turn it into a pocket. Oh my goodness! Yay! Yay for quick decisions, and then it just works out. I'm so excited, so happy. Thank you guys for watching me and just enjoying the process. Hope you have a nice day. And I'm sorry this video was a little bit longer, but I mean, did 2 page spread and flip out and pocket, and I can tuck in, you know, some school stuff from him and still see them babies in there. So fun. Okay, now something in here. Now something in there. And grateful, thankful, blessed. Let me just see if a Memdex will fit. Oh no, that's a index card. Let me see if a Memdex will fit in there. If it's the right. Can I wiggle it? Oh yeah. Here we go. Just like that. Just like that. I'm going to ink it with blue. And I gotta find the blue ink first. There it is. I'm going to ink it with blue, and I'm going to do the full-on grungy ink here. Just because I like it. And then I'm gonna grunge up both sides of this. I can do a lot of journaling there. Oh, this is so fun. So even though this is 2025, that's my boy when he was in his 5th grade, so it's 2024. And yeah, he looks the same. He looks the exact same. Just handsome and happy. And that's what we like. Okay. And then I think for a little fun here, I'm going to add a pull-out topper. Of course, I'm going to do it blue. You know I am. You know I am. I got this blue ribbon that's been sitting here. Look at this. Polka dots. Not sure how I feel about that one. Maybe this one. I kind of like this one better because there's more of a variety of color going on. I used this on something not very long. Oh, it was my Mass Make March. I used a little piece of this on the tag folder, but I put it away, so I can't show you. But yeah, I did use a piece of that. I was like, I gotta start using these blue papers. Got all kinds of things in our stash. You could just make it happen, right? All right. I got a little bit glue happy there. A little bit too far over. That's all right. So I'm just gluing this down. I'm lining it up. If I want to sew on there, I can come back and do that later. Oh, love it. This is so spectacular. Such a special page. I don't think I've ever done such a special journal page as this. I mean, I just don't. And this is me normally crafting in my craft room, and I just like the dots going out. Tuck that down in there. I don't have to fight it. Ah, yay! So happy World Autism Awareness Day, you guys. Thank you so, so much from the bottom of my heart. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.